Alright, what is going on, guys? I'm back with another video after probably like 6 or more months. I know I haven't really put any effort into YouTube recently, and I'm sorry about that. I've been mainly focusing on my collection and work, which has kind of taken up a lot of time. And I haven't really had much to like record because I don't know what videos would do very well. I don't know. I might start doing videos like this more. Maybe every couple weeks or once a month or something like that, just going through like pickups and things that I've found, and I might even record at like flea markets and things like that, but I don't know, it kind of depends. I've always kind of wanted to do that, but whenever I get there I'm like, I don't really feel like it, you know? So anyway, in this video I'm going to be showing off some pickups that I've gotten over the past couple weeks. The main place I've gotten most of these games was RetroGameCon, which is in Syracuse, New York. It's a really cool convention. So if you're in like upstate New York, I definitely recommend trying to make it out to that event. They do it once a year, usually the end of summer, and there's a lot of cool stuff there. I got a couple deals. I wouldn't say that I really like underpaid a lot. I probably actually overpaid, all things considered, but I still got some really cool stuff that I've been wanting for a while, and there's like a huge selection there. They also have like setups where you can play tons of different games. Like I got a couple Melee games in with one guy, so shout out to him if he's watching. I guess I'll get started with the RetroGameCon pickups, and then I'll just go into other stuff that I've accumulated over the past couple weeks. I got Diddy Kong Racing, which I've never actually played before. I've heard very good things about it, but I've always been more of a Mario Kart guy. I just thought I might as well pick it up just to try it out, you know? I might have some fun with it. And ever since I got these end labels for my N64 games, I've been wanting to get every N64 game, because now I have a big sheet with all the labels, and I just want to like empty all of those sheets, you know? And these are just like, you can buy these on eBay. They're these cheap little stickers. They come right off. They're like vinyl, so it's not gonna like ruin the cartridge by having them on there. But overall, condition's pretty good, and it works. I just tested it the other day, so that's cool. Next, I got Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo, which I probably overpaid for. I paid $30, or no, $40, which I think I could have probably got it for closer to $30. This game, I don't know why I didn't have it. I really should have. I mean, it's not like very rare, and it's one of the better ones on the system, but I just never really picked it up before now. Also, I say this in every video, but ignore my hands. I got eczema, so they look bad. So I don't know, maybe I might start wearing gloves or something in these videos so it doesn't like bother people, because it looks kind of gross. But yeah, so that's my second pickup. I'm trying to go in order of like value, so I'm saving like the really good stuff for last. Next, I got the box copy of Super Mario Maker. I already had just the case for it, but I really wanted to get it with like the art book and everything in there. So if I open this up, it's got the art book, or the idea book, whatever they call it. And it comes in a really cool cardboard box, which I'm always a fan of cardboard boxes. I think I'd rather have something like this on my shelf than just a normal case. I feel like this makes it a little bit more special, and I just think they look cool most of the time. Speaking of cardboard boxes, next up I got Perfect Dark Complete in Box, which is really cool. This is another one of those games that I really should have, because it's not expensive, it's not hard to find, but I just never had it. And I mean, this one's really not expensive. I don't know how good of a deal I got. I don't know what this usually goes for, but I paid $40 for a complete in box copy, which to me seems pretty good, because that's like under what it retailed for back when it came out. And for games that are like generally good, I mean, a lot of people like Perfect Dark. That seems pretty good to me, you know? I feel like a box copy of GoldenEye would go for more, just because I feel like more people had it, but from what I've heard, Perfect Dark is the better game, or at least they're like very similar. Next up, I got a Game Gear, which I've been wanting for a while. This one here, it has not been recapped, but it works fully, and the guy was telling me it's a Majesco model, which were produced later on, and apparently they have better capacitors, so it shouldn't give me any issues, at least for a while. I actually have hopefully enough AA's to test this out. I have 6, which I think is what it needs. So I've already tested it before. I got Sonic 2 in here. That I actually picked up at a garage sale way before I got a Game Gear, which is good on my part, good thinking. So I actually have a game to test it out with, because there were not many Game Gear games at that convention. I'm not even going to put the battery covers on, so I'm going to take these right back out, but... Oh, and all of these batteries are dead. That's crazy. But yeah, it it works, so that's it. I mean, the screen looks pretty decent for a Game Gear. I'm surprised that every single one of these batteries are dead. That's kind of funny. These are just ones that I found around my room, so I'm not surprised. You literally have to pay like probably $15 in batteries just to play this for an hour before they die again. Next up, this was probably my best deal of the day, just because I have no clue how I got this for as good of a price as I did. It is a new 3DS XL. It's one of the black ones. I looked this up, and apparently these are like $200 usually. The guy had a sticker price of $150. And I was able to talk him down, I think, to $130. I think I offered $125, and he said, can you do $130? So yeah, this was literally the first table when you walked in, so I don't understand how nobody else picked it up. The only kind of weird thing about it is that it is modded, but I've transferred stuff from my 3DS onto this, so most of the modded stuff is gone from the menu. Oh, I've actually reinstalled some of it, so ignore what I just said. But I'm not like a gigantic fan of modded consoles and everything. I like just kind of playing my games that I have. You know, I'm a collector, so I'm not really interested in like pirating stuff or playing homebrew or whatever. I mean, it's nice to have in case there is something cool that comes out for it. I can always test it. I mean, everything works. The 3D works, which obviously you can't really see on camera. It reads cartridges, reads SD cards, connects to the internet. It's not been banned. So there's nothing really like, there's no reason why this was $150 instead of $200. And I feel like a modded console is something people might even pay more for. I don't know. And it is an XL, it's not an LL, which was my original thought, because the Japanese ones, they're region locked, so I could see why some people might pay less for that. But it's just a normal North American new 3DS XL. And I never actually had a new 3DS. I had a normal 3DS, a 3DS XL, and a 2DS. But yeah, I just really wanted this because there's like one game I have that requires the little circle pad here. So now I can play that game. I think it was Minecraft, and I've heard it's not good, but whatever. Now these two here are my best finds from this weekend, like by far. These are the ones that I paid the most for and that are worth the most. Right here I got, oh, it won't even fit on camera. Let me go wide angle. Okay, so right here I got a Genesis and a CD Model 2, which honestly, I'm more of a fan of the Model 1 Sega CD. I think it looks cooler. But I'll take what I can get because those are almost double the price and they're apparently super unreliable, so it's probably a good thing that I got this one instead. I actually didn't pay for this one at all with my own money. I traded in, I think it was 2 copies of Metroid Dread, a Game Boy Color without the back plate, and then like a couple 360 games that I just had like laying around. They were extras from lots. Because I've been going on Marketplace and doing whatever and trying to buy like lots of games, and I end up with a lot of duplicates from that I end up selling or trading. So I actually just did a 1-to-1 trade for this. They originally had it listed for $240, so to me that seems pretty good. Those games were probably worth a little bit more. I probably could have got like $350 for them, but I mean, honestly, who cares? After eBay fees and taxes and everything like that, I would have came out with probably $240, so this was a pretty good pickup. I tested it, it works, which is surprising because Sega CDs in general usually don't work. Now I just need to get games for it, which are very hard to get. Probably the only game I actually want to play on this is Sonic CD, but also it's going to be the US version, which has the worst soundtrack, so I don't know. I just got it because I thought it was cool, and I didn't have one. And next up, this is probably the one that's going to be in the thumbnail, just because this is by far like the most expensive, maybe not the most rare, but it's definitely the most like sought after game I have, and I've been wanting it forever. This is probably one of my favorite games ever that I've played on like, you know, emulator, or it's on Nintendo Switch Online. You guys could probably already guess what it is, but it's Earthbound. This is by far one of my favorite games ever. I've played through it twice already, once on emulator, one on Nintendo Switch, and I just started playing through it again on Super Nintendo, which is going to be a little bit harder because I'm not going to lie, when I originally played through it, those 2 times I did use save states. So it's going to be a little bit harder, but I'm about to go into Threed right now on my playthrough. I've been playing it the past like 2 or 3 days. Definitely would recommend. Maybe I wouldn't recommend buying it because, you know, this is easily into the $300 or $400 range, like all day. So if you really want to play it, it's on Nintendo Switch Online. You can get it on Wii U and 3DS. Well, you can get it on new 3DS, not on, but yeah, definitely would recommend. And the condition isn't amazing. There's like a little bit of like ripping, tearing at the top there. And it's a little yellowed. It's in this game protector right now just because, you know, this is one of my my more expensive games, so I want to protect it. But it is a little bit yellowed compared to like a normal Super Nintendo cartridge. But I don't really care. My Chrono Trigger is like way more yellowed than this. Yeah, look at this in comparison. So, you know, my 2 most expensive games are super yellowed. I don't mind too much. They still play the same. The labels look alright. Whatever. This one's not the worst thing ever. And I now can say I have this game, which is really cool. So that's it for RetroGameCon pickups, but I do have a couple other things that I've picked up over the past couple weeks or whatever, so I'll just go through some of those. I'll probably do it a little faster just because there's nothing as notable. So I got this PC copy of BioShock. I know it's games for Windows, whatever. I already have BioShock on, I think, PS3, Xbox, and I might even have like the collection or something on PC. I just got this for the box art. It does have a sticker. I'll try to see what I can do about that. But I just really like these big box PC games. I think they look really cool. I just picked it up. It's holographic. It looks cool. It literally cost me like $1, so who cares? I also got this from GameStop, which is doing a 50% off clearance sale, or at least they were. I don't know if they still are. But this is the collector's edition, or I don't know what it's actually called, but the deluxe edition of Rage 2. Never played Rage 2. Well, I played it for like 10 minutes on Epic Games because it was free. It's not a game I'm super interested in, but I mean, it's a giant box. It comes with a little boomerang, and it was $9, so who cares? You gotta be stupid not to pick this up if you're a collector, just because, I mean, it looks really cool. The box is actually in pretty good condition. It's supposed to look worn, but it actually isn't. And it does have the boomerang in there, and it's sealed, so that's pretty cool. Also from GameStop, with that clearance sale, I picked this up. This was, I think, on clearance for like $35 or something. I can't remember exactly, but it was also 50% off, so it was a very good deal for this. I've been wanting one for a while, but it being priced at almost the same as a full game, you know, it was like $50, which is what you can get a Switch game for at Walmart. It didn't really make much sense to me because, I mean, I already have these games. I already have Link's Awakening. I don't have Zelda 2, but who cares? I got Legend of Zelda, so I could just play them on the original consoles. So I might even keep this one sealed. It's sealed right now. I don't know. I'm not much of a sealed games guy, but I mean, for stuff like this, I can already play these games on the original system. This is more of a collector's item anyway, so I might just keep it like it. I don't know, it depends. I might also just come across a loose one at some point, and then I'll have two. Alright, and after that, I have a couple more like miscellaneous things. Nothing too crazy or too expensive or anything like that. These are probably the most expensive. I got Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. These were from a lot, so I just picked out the games that I want. So this one, I can't remember which of these two. I have two DS games here. I think this is the more expensive of the two. I've never been much of a Dragon Quest guy, but I mean, I'll try it out. I don't know if this one's good at all. It probably isn't, but whatever. And then I also got Digimon World Dusk. Also never been much of a Digimon guy, but like I said, I got it as part of the lot. I want to get more DS games. They're surprisingly rare. Like, for a system that sold as well as it did, I never find DS games anywhere. Then as part of a different lot, I got Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborville, Bloodstained, and Darksiders Genesis. I believe Bloodstained is like the Castlevania type game, I think. Obviously Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborville is like a team shooter. That one I've played a little bit, I've had some fun with it. Darksiders Genesis I actually don't know a whole lot about, so I mean, I might try it out at some point. It'll probably just end up sitting on my shelf for a while. Someone will have to tell me down in the comments if this one's worth playing or not. Now, I have a couple more things, but they're mostly like, you know, $5-10 Xbox games, so it's not really super worth showing, but these two are PSP games, which I also don't see very often. I don't think either of these really have much value, but this one, I don't know much about. I know it's a Capcom game, so maybe it's good. I don't know. This one here, Street Fighter Alpha 3. I played it. I had some fun with it. It doesn't really go for a lot, which is surprising because I feel like a PSP Street Fighter would go for a little bit more, but I don't know. I'm not a super huge fighting game guy, so maybe this is the worst version. I'm not sure. But I also picked these two up as part of a lot, so I thought might as well keep them because they're a little interesting. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. There isn't really much else for me to go over. That's most of the notable things that I've gotten over the past couple weeks. There may be one or two things here and there that I missed, but those are the biggest ones for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm also thinking about doing like game hunting videos where I'll just kind of like vlog going to flea markets and garage sales and conventions and things like that. So if you guys are interested in things like that, make sure to let me know. But anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.